Good afternoon. How is everybody doing? For those of you who may not know me, my name is Renarda Joy, and for 30 days, I have committed to giving you tools, tips, and insight for those of you who are new to real estate investing. Now, my mission is to shrink the intergenerational wealth gap through real estate investing, and I have been using this platform to sound the alarm. Now, if you're just joining us, we are on day 29. Yes, 29 days of our 30-day series. And I want to personally invite you to go back and listen to any of our previous conversations. And if you've gotten any value or if you have any questions, please feel free to leave it in the comments. And I promise I will respond to you. Now, for those of you who are here, I want to know what's your name, where you're from, and what value have you gotten over the last 28 days that we've been together. Now, I just also want to tell everybody, hang tight to the very end because I do have a special announcement that I want to share with you. Today's conversation is all about, yes, real estate. We've been talking about how real estate is a game, right? You have to know the key players, but you also have to know the rules. There's rules to playing this game of real estate. Now, before I get into the rules, I want to make sure I emphasize to you, make sure you always do your due diligence. There's nothing that should overtake you or take the place of you doing your due diligence. Okay, I just want to go over a couple of rules. The first rule is the 1% rule. Now, this rule is slightly outdated, but it's still a good rule of thumb, right? To compute this, what you do is you take the purchase price of the property, and you multiply that by 1%. This will tell you how much rent that property will generate, right? Or should generate. It's going to let you know if the property is going to have a negative or a positive cash flow, which is very important. Now, the next rule is the 50% rule. Now, this rule at a glance, you take a look, you take half of your cash flow and determine, does it cover your operating expenses? Now, your operating expenses is everything minus your mortgage. For example, let's say your cash flow is $1,800 and your expenses or your mortgage is $1,000. Well, half of 1,800 is 900. Will 900 cover your expenses? Right? You have to keep that in mind. Does it cover that? And again, this is just a ballpark way of you doing a guesstimate, a preliminary search to decide if you're going to move forward to doing a deeper dive, a deeper due diligence. And the last rule that I want to go over is the 70% rule. Now, this rule is typically used for those who use the fix and flip strategy, right? It takes the ARV, which stands for the after repair value, times 70% minus your repairs equals what you can offer on a property. Now, the other 30% is your commission, your closing costs, and your carryover charges or carryover expenses that you'll have to pay each and every month. So again, these are just rules for you just to do a preliminary check. And I don't want you to forego or not do your due diligence. It's very important. Now, if you have any questions or if you've gotten any value, please leave that in the comments. As we are winding down, we have one more day for our 30-day series. Now, if you're watching this outside of my Facebook business page, I want to invite you to come back and join me at renardajoylive.com. That's renardajoylive.com. Now, understand, I don't want you to join for the likes. I want you to join so that you can get notifications, you can get updates, and so that I can help you build your wealth empire arsenal, right? I want to help you to become an informed investor, what I call a legacy setter. So again, if you're just joining us, we are wrapping up day 29, and I want to invite you to listen to this conversation and any other conversations that you may have missed, and leave a comment if you've gotten any value, or if you need clarifications, please leave that in the comments. Now, as promised, I do have something special that I've been working on for the last couple of weeks. I've been working on a free virtual training. Now, if you know that you're ready to create a legacy and you're just unsure how to get started, or you're feeling stuck, or you want to figure out how can you create an opportunity that's going to outlive you, where the next generation is going to have more answers than questions, then this is the event for you. I want you to go and register because the seats are limited. The event is free, but I only have a couple of seats, and I want to see each of you there because you've been following me for the last 29 days. So again, I need you to go to that legacywealthbuilderwebinar.com, Put your information in and you will get all of the login credentials you need so that you can meet me on Thursday. It's this Thursday, April 14th at 8 p.m. EST. Again, it's a free virtual event where I will show you and help you of how to move from where you're at to where you want to be with building your wealth empire. You don't want to miss this. It's a free event, limited seats, and it's at the legacywealthbuilderwebinar.com. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for hanging tight. Have a good evening.